Well, this time, what I talked about, in the light of everything we have heard so far, was the relationship of both the Church's teaching and the Church's sacramental ministry of absolution and bringing the person back to the fullness of the faith. You know, the teaching of the Church always has to be done in the most full and rich manner. It's the task of the priest, it's the task of the bishop to present the fullness of the teaching. But then we have a second responsibility, and that is recognizing that none of us live up to the fullness of the teaching. So we have to be there with God's mercy. That's why we have the sacraments of healing, to make sure that we all have that richness of mercy as we struggle to attain the fullness of the teaching. And there was a third point I made, and that is both the lived teaching and the lived experience happen within the context of the Church. We're a community of believers, so you don't put a barrier up keeping someone outside the full life of the Church while you're trying to help them live the teaching and live the fullness of that teaching. These two synods are probably the most open that I've experienced since my first synod in 1990. I think the last two synods, the one that preceded this one and this one, are really great improvements. It's in a way an evolution. We're watching the development of the synod. Remember, they only started. This all began in 1965 with Paul VI. But the idea that having bishops get together in these smaller circles, talk more, discuss more, and then bring back their reflections to be shared by others, I think is a great step forward. The first of these synods I went to, we sat for 3 weeks and listened, and then we had 1 week of small discussion. Now it's almost the reverse. We listen and then we go and discuss at greater length. I think it's a great improvement.